Good morning, my dear viewers. How are you? I hope you are fine today. As like as me, I am fine by the grace of Almighty and your prayer. So thank you so much for your time spending to me, for me, for your time spending with me. This is my third step towards you because I have promised with you that I will raise a topic on daily basis. So Alhamdulillah. So I have received so many your I think so many your reply, your comments, your I think subscription, your encouragement. So if you I think to go forward, we need keep in touch, reciprocation, interaction to each other. Without bilateral communication, we will not be able to go forward. To do anything, we should have bilateral and fruitful communication hand in hand. So today I have created another topic for you because even almost every day I have seen also I have visited, so I have been visiting so to different kind of different prominent places, novel places. Then I have seen some of the highly educated people have been committing some crime, have been committing some I think some very illegal thing, some unacceptable thing. Then also then at that time very really I was very moved. Then I decided even I have no power to ban them, to educate them, to admonish them, to say something against them. Then I think we have at least power to deliver our messages to them. Then if I think if I make maybe a video lesson, I think it will go to them. I think it will go to them directly. Maybe they will be able to understand because even sometime I will have to remind everybody. If we remind, at that time they got to realize. Even though there are some different types of people about the world, but they themselves know everything. If but without reminding, even they forgot to do, even if somebody go and remind, then they revert to their old position. So for this reason, so I have decided today to make a topic for you. The title of the topic is how should educated people be. For example, how should educated people be. Even suppose we have acquired, I think we have studied high at the higher further education, then at that time we have to know how should we be, what should we do, what we should not do. If I think if there is no difference between educated people and uneducated people, I think what is the benefit of education, I think. For example, if you are really good, if further educated people are really good, then the rest people will copy them, the rest people will follow them, the rest people will appreciate them. If you make so many mistakes, I think if you commit so many different types of crimes, if you persecute each other, I think the rest people will, I think, how can I say, even by seeing us, the rest people will be bad also. So we have to be very careful on our behavior and our action, on our attitude. So today we have to remember this is not a fact. This is my opinion, this is my general knowledge, this is my experience, this is my experiment. So I have been sharing you this. I think, for example, I know very well most of our viewers are brilliant than me. So if you are more brilliant than me, so this is acceptable, but at least it will be a kind of refresher training, a kind of encouragement, a kind of, I think, a kind of refreshment for you. So then, for example, according to my observation, educated should have, I think, good communication, morality, personality. Educated people should have very strong and sweet, productive communication with all standard of people. Even we have our parents, our elders, our youth, I think we have these types of people. Even educated people should know how to communicate with our parents. Even we have to understand our parents are our really, how can I say, they are even our, how can I say, our visible God. Even in the Muslim religion, I think, for example, if Allah said, if I allowed somebody to worship on that, you will have to you'd have to worship your parents. So parents are in this level. Even I have seen most of the people, they are very good with different people, but they are not really good, they are parents. This is our misstep. We have to understand like this. We have to conduct very sweet and fruitful relationship with our parents, because even we have to understand what our parent did for us when we were a child and infant. Then also we have friends, although we have to know how to communicate with our parents, although there are so many different types of I think our elders, for example, elder, we have to understand our elders, they are our donors. They have sacrificed a lot, they have donated a lot, they have invested a lot for us, they have dedicated a lot for us. Due to from for their support today we could be educated people. For example, they constructed so many school, so many different types of hospital, so many different types of things for us. By depending on their school so that we can be educated people. Suppose if we didn't have a school, would you be able to be educated people? No, it is impossible. We have to realize this. Even we have our youth, for example. Even we have to, I think we have to value them, we have to prize them, we have to treasure them. We have to understand these youth are our next leader. For example, these youth are next leader. We have to nurture them, we have to educate them, we have to teach them, we have to train them, we have to civilize them, for example. Even children are really they are zero position. Even when a child is born from the mother, at that time he or she is zero. So even to this kind of children, we are responsible to teach them 0 to 100. There is nobody over the world to learn automatically. I think to be known automatically without learning. We have to understand very properly. So children needs our guidance, our teaching, our instruction. We have to understand like this. So we have to revere them. Children, today they are children, on the next day they will be leaders. They will be future. They are future of our country. You have to understand like this. So we have to value, you have to make trustful relationship and fruitful relationship with all standard of people. Then an educated people, educated should not pain and other different innocent people. Uneducated people cannot pain, cannot hurt, cannot traumatize, cannot agonize, cannot torture, cannot afflict, cannot inflict, cannot persecute, cannot violate, cannot tyranny, I think, against another innocent people. After being educated people, if you commit this kind of, if you bully, if you traumatize, if you persecute, if you violate, if you infringe, if you contravene the law, rule and regulation always, I think we at that time will not be called educated people, we will be called just literate people. Then it become a question, how are literate people? Literate people mean you can write, you can read, you can talk, but you cannot understand the sense. You have no idea, you have no ingenuity, you have no creativity to maintain, to stabilize, to rule, to administrate yourself. For example, these are called literate people. So educated people have multilateral. Educated people must accept multilateralism, pluralism, personality, and non-discrimination, transparency. For example, even in a country there are so many different types of races, different types of people. Even I think, for example, different types of people, some are very excellent, some are stupid, some are acceptable, some are good. But we have to value, we have to revere everybody as, how can I say, according to their standard. We cannot look down, we cannot despise, we cannot disdain, we cannot abominate anybody. After being educated people, if you can, I think, discriminate, if we can disdain, if we can, I think, how can I say, if we discriminate, if you segregate, I think, different innocent people, I think will not be called, I think, educated people. These are not the habit of educated people. I think we are educated. I think not to violate, not to discriminate, not to tyranny, not to violate, not to tyranny. I think not to bully against the other people. I think we become educated people to help them, to support them, to fulfill them, to comment, to compliment them. You have to understand like this. So even educated people should stand always on the right way. Also about the world, there are so many different types of right way, wrong way, justice, injustice, I think, true, false. Even educated people should stand always on the right way. For example, even if you don't stand, if you by seeing your self-prosperity, your relative prosperity, your personal benefit, if you stand on the wrong way, on injustice at that time, you will not be called educated people. Also, you will be called at that time literate people. You have to understand like this. Even also, if you see any kind of, if you see any injustice violation at that time, if you have power, I think to stop them, you have to go and stop. If you have no power, if you have no power to stop them, at least you have to deliver this message to the to the people who have power to ban and instruct, to ban and obstructing, for example. Then also, I think we have to stand always against the violation, against injustices, against tyranny, against discrimination, against violation, against, I think, inhumanity. Then we will be called educated people. For example, even I have seen most of the people, if they see any kind of their personal benefit, also at that time they stand on the right way. If they don't see any kind of personal benefit, at that time they don't stand on the right way. For example, so it means, I think this is not the habit, this is not the habit, this is not the mode, this is not attitude, this is not a temper of educated people. Alhamdulillah, how can I say, I am very thankful. Also over the world, there are so many highly educated people over the world until today who have been standing on the right way, I think selflessly, due to their support, due to their stance, I think due to their solid stance and firm stance today, Alhamdulillah, today I think over the world we have been enjoying, I think we have been enjoying so many different, we have been enjoying, I think, peace, tranquility, harmony, and justice. Even, for example, you can see here, even we have been passing here as a refugee life more than 7 years now. Even totally, I think we have been depending on the existence. Even if you see the roots of the existence, I think most of the world communities have been donating us. So I think we thanks very, I think we highly thanks to the, I think, donors who, I think, who have been fostering, who have been adopting, who have been supporting the refugees. Thank you so much. I hope you have, I think you have understood very well my explanation. If my explanation is very poor, I think, how can I say, please don't mind me. This is my ingenuity. I know very well most of my audience, most of my viewers are more brilliant than me. Thank you so much. I will be back very soon with another interesting topic. How can I say, thank you so much for your time with me.